It's almost impossible for one person to be the very best at everything.
Correct.
That's one of the things that makes MMA so exciting, is because you see this collision of different strategies. And you'll see one strategy work for a long time, and you go, hey, ground and pound is where it's at. Remember when Vitor Belfort got up to 240 pounds? Because that was the motherfucking Mark Coleman era.
Oh, you're talking
That's
about the
why-
Phenom.
You
Mark,
talking about the
Phenom.
Phenom. Yeah, was for a little while he was, but see, this is what happened.
And that's what you get from
Mark
eating a lot of
Coleman
meat.
was just tackling dudes and smashing their fucking
Hammer House,
faces
son.
in, and everybody panicked.
Do you remember when you interviewed him?
He was
so jacked.
When Joe interviewed him one time, and this was like literally 15, 16 years ago, and Joe interviewed him, and Mark goes, Joe goes, so what's your strategy? And Mark goes, I'm going to beat the fucking shit out of him.
No. He was drunk, and he was, look, first of all,
You got scared. I'd never seen
did
you.
get scared.
He
but,
likes some beer.
But I love Mark, and Mark and I have been friends for a long time. So
Yeah.
even though I was scared, I was reasonably sure he wasn't going to hurt me.
Right.
But he picked me up like a pillow. Like I was a pillow.
Like a
and he
pillow.
spun me around in the air.
did?
Mark
How
Coleman.
long ago is this?
Hammered Mark
How
Coleman.
long ago?
Many a day.
Yeah,
that was-
many a day. Many a day.
Dude, he's so strong.
I remember
Like,
you
this-
said
he's
to
a
me, I
freak.
said, Joe, you were stammering. You go, hey, man, I was fucking scared.
Oh, dude, he's so strong. He's like, I felt like I've never felt lighter. I was
Yeah.
like, this gravity
He goes,
just didn't exist
He
anymore.
goes, I'm going to pick him up, throw him on the ground, and beat the fucking shit out of him.
No,
Who was he gonna fight?
This is what he
Vitor?
said. He goes, I'm taking him down. I'm going to ground and pound the fucking shit out of him. I was like, oh, shit. I was asking him about an upcoming fight.
And you stammered. You went, I was like,
I'll
shit.
never forget. I'll never forget when I met him. The first time I met him, it was after he got beat by Maurice Smith. And if you remember, he was supposed to crush Maurice
Yep.
Smith.
Yeah.
The kickboxers
Remember
coming,
very well.
and at that point, striking was useless.
Yeah.
At that point, striking was useless. And Mark Coleman emerged after Hoist. So here comes Maurice Smith, the striker. He don't know any jiu-jitsu. He don't know no wrestling. He's going to get fucked up. But he beat him on cardio, right? Because remember, Mark Coleman
leg
kept taking
kicks.
him down.
And leg kicks.
Yeah, and leg kicks.
Well,
he kept taking him down.
You got to also give credit to Frank Shamrock, because Frank Shamrock worked a lot with Maurice Smith
Yes.
before that fight. And one of the things they developed is a really good butterfly guard
Yep.
for Maurice. Maurice kept elevating Mark's
Yep.
hips, kept moving around a lot.
He had a very
And-
good, a very hard guard to pass. Very
shout
good,
out
but
to
like
Frank
right
Shamrock.
away.
Yeah,
right
legend.
away.
Old school.
Maurice Smith,
Old school.
like Maurice Smith. What Maurice Smith had that most guys didn't have in the early days is you couldn't pass his guard. He had a very good butterfly guard,
Yep.
and he know how to retain.
Hell of an athlete.
He used
from
lockdown and
Denver.
shit back in
Yeah.
the day. So. Mark Coleman kept taking him down at will, but he couldn't finish him off. He didn't have any.
Well, here's
jiu-jitsu.
another
He didn't
point.
know how to
He was a
finish.
Here's another
great guy,
important.
too.
Here's,
Funny.
I love Maurice Smith.
Oh,
There's
great
another
guy.
very important point.
He's still alive,
if you
man.
are an outstanding world class kickboxer like he is, the same principles of defense apply on the ground with ground and pound. It's harder to move your head backwards,
Right.
But a guy like that is significantly harder to hit than a guy who's not used to taking punches in front of someone.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
not
Yeah.
anybody that freezes up. So
Yeah.
when he sees these big bombs coming, he's doing a lot of this.
Yeah. Yep.
He's grabbing you. He's
Clinching.
He's not going to sit there. And of course, there are guys that are overwhelming. There's guys like I keep bringing up Crow Cop versus Gonzaga. Because the second fight, when Crow Cop got revenge, when he got on top of Gonzaga, I'm like, when you see a world-class striker drop elbows on your head
God.
from the guard,
My God.
he
Nasty.
doesn't need to be in the mount. He
Yeah.
doesn't need to be in side control. Crow Cop just needs that amount of space, and he is opening your head like a fucking coconut.
He shattered my nose.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
I was so impressed by that elbow he dropped on Gonzaga. I'm like, see, I knew it. I knew it. If you could get an Ernesto Hoost on top of you on your mount,
Okay,
do you know
good-
what
good
kind
luck.
of devastation
You know,
that
on
guy
top
could
of that,
do to
didn't
you?
you say he was the strongest guy you'd ever?
By far. You know Mirko was supposed to fight Wanderlei soon in Rising?
Yeah,
but
Vanderlei
Mirko
pulled out.
No, I thought Mirko.
No,
oh, no,
Vanderlei pulled out.
did. Why?
Vanderlei
Do we know
I
why?
don't know why. I don't know why. But Mirko was
Is it from
saying all
being
kinds of
old as
crazy shit
shit?
about. Who knows? He might get injured. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Let me finish my Maurice Mark Coleman.
go
I would
Sorry.
love to see their
So-
camp back then, by the way. Mark Coleman.
So when
Hammer
Maurice,
house.
when Maurice
Just
Smith
bags.
Logs
fought-
on your back, running up hills.
Fucking
Maurice,
each other up.
When Maurice Smith fought Mark Coleman, his pre-fight footage was him running upstairs. It was either that fight or his fight with Conan Silveira, but I remember him. He'd be interviewed. Hi, I'm Maurice Smith. I've been kickboxing. I'm a world champion. And they'd show him like running upstairs and shit in like a football stadium. Like that was his
Yeah.
B-roll.
Yep.
And that's how he beat Mark Coleman. and he beat him on, he beat him on card. Mark Coleman was fucking holding his knees. He was like bent over, and Maurice Smith just started fucking leg kicking him and beating the shit out of his legs. But
let me tell you this: Maurice Smith was probably the first guy to ever talk shit in the middle of a world championship fight.
yeah,
I was
said,
ringside for that.
What was he saying?
This is
Ground
when,
and
pound.
this is back when I was the post-fight interviewer. He was going, "Come on, Mark, ground and pound me, Mark.
Yep.
Come on, Mark."
Damn.
Kicking him.
Come on, Mark.
That's
In
his-
between
that's his
kicks.
style.
Come on, Mark.
In
He was
between
standing
leg
right in front
kicks.
of him. He's like, "Come on, Mark, ground and
Maurice
pound me."
Smith is a-
Whack!
By the
God,
way, people
dog.
forget Maurice Smith was every bit of 230 pounds.